Hello, and thank you for tuning into this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. Our first cat with us here today is BC. BC is a very sweet cat, and you're probably wondering why she has on this beautiful collar here. BC actually has a condition at this point that we believe is excessive grooming disorder. And what she does without her collar on is she has a particular part in her fur, in her body here, that she licks constantly to where she causes open sores and causes a lot of pain. She was actually surrendered to us. This is one of the reasons she was surrendered to us. But the other reason is that the landlord found out that they had the cat in the apartment and we're not allowed to have cats. So as I mentioned, it's extremely important that, and we are very adamant about that with our adoptions, that you provide proof that you're allowed to have pets where you live. It's not fair to BC and so many other animals that are surrendered to us because the humans didn't do their homework first and get caught having pets that they're not allowed to have. There's a lot of houses and apartments that allow pets to be in there. So you just need to do some research and make sure you do that research before you need to make that move. So BC, it does have the excessive grooming disorder. She is currently on medication for it. She's been on it just over a month, so we're starting to see that that we might have some results from that coming pretty soon. It's similar to a kitty Prozac pill that she's getting to try and stop that behavior. But she actually won't look at the camera because she just wants to be looking at me and try to get her petting in. But she's a very sweet cat. She's about 8 years old. She has already been spayed and she is available for adoption. She is front declawed, so she absolutely needs to be an indoor-only cat. And of course, we want all of our cats, whether they have their claws or not, to be indoors only. So BC is a great cat, and we want someone that's willing to make the commitment to her to make sure that she gets the treatment and care that she deserves, and hopefully that's going to be a forever home for BC. She's 8 years old, beautiful black and white, beautiful coat here. We've learned that she's actually pretty good at getting baths. We give her some medicated baths, trying to clear up the spot when she came into us that was pretty bad. So great cat, very gentle. Loves to sit down with you and get petting, and with her adoption we might even throw in this fancy little collar that she has here that she's become accustomed to. The goal is, of course, that she would not have to wear this forever, but she has got used to it. But the goal is, of course, to get that medication on board and make sure that she stops licking herself. That's causing the hair loss and the damage there with her tongue. So if you're interested in meeting BC and learning more about her, come on down to the shelter. Staff would be very happy to talk to you about her and introduce you to her. She's a sweet cat. I think you'll be interested in her. Our next guest today is a smaller version of BC. This is Cecilia. Cecilia is about 4 months old. Came into us as a stray. Did not have any identification, no microchip. She actually came into us in pretty bad shape. She's really recovering well. And I have to thank our viewers and our donors for the ability to help cats like Cecilia and dogs as well. Cecilia came into us with some serious ear wounds. She had frostbite on the tips of her ears. We were treating that, and eventually a portion of her ear did come off. I have to remind our viewers how critically important it is to keep these cats indoors, all pets indoors, whether it's a dog or a cat or other animals. Our winters are so severe here. It may have been warm the last few days, but it is so cold out there for these animals to be running around. And this little kitten, especially this little kitten here, who is very gentle, very tame, so she has had some human contact before she came in. But she lost a portion of her ear there. In addition to the frostbite, she also came into us with 2 very significant injuries. She had to have a portion of her tail amputated. She also has a large wound on the back of one of her rear legs. They are here healing very well, and thanks to the care at the Somerset Veterinary Hospital and Dr. Fells and Dr. Rivers, they're taking really good care of Cecilia. And again, thanks to our donors who help us do that and help us pay for that specialized care. So Cecilia, again, she's about 4 months old. She has not been spayed, but she will be spayed before she goes home, of course. And she does have all of her claws, and of course we want to keep it that way. Her injuries seem to be healing really well. Again, we had to amputate a portion of the tail, as well as the injury that she has on the back of her hind leg there. So just again, I can't reiterate enough how important and how critical it is that pets are kept indoors. They want to be with family members. They want to be a part of the family. They want to be inside where it's safe, it's warm, and they're given the love and attention that they deserve. Again, if she would have been kept indoors, she would have never have had any of the injuries that she has now. So it's so important. And luckily Cecilia is one of the cats that we're able to help and save. It's unfortunate there are some out there that we may never know about. And so tell all your friends, if you know of someone that lets their cat outdoors, or their dog, they keep the dog outdoors, talk to them, share information with them, tell them how dangerous it is for them to be outside in our severe weather here in Iowa. So again, Cecilia is ready for adoption. We are taking applications for her. She's scheduled to be spayed soon, so it will be a few more days before she's able to go home, but we will be accepting applications on this beautiful kitten. If you're interested in meeting Cecilia or learning more about her, or just talking about the dangers of animals out there, please come on down to the shelter, and staff would love to talk to you about that. It's something that we're very passionate about and care a lot about in our community. And our final shelter guest today is Archie. Archie is about a 1-year-old border collie. We believe could be purebred, not entirely sure, but he has a lot of energy. So he's got a lot of that energy and drive like border collies do. Came into us as a stray. Unfortunately, didn't have any identification, no microchip. So we were not able to return him to his original owner. So Archie is available for adoption now. He came into us. He was not neutered, but he is scheduled to be neutered, so he can go home after his surgery. Actually, he will be picked up from the vet hospital after his surgery. So a lot of energy. If you have not had this breed before, a lot of experience with training, he may not be the best choice for you. He's going to need a lot of training and a lot of things to do. Border Collies need a lot of things to do. They're used to herding animals, herding, not hurting animals, and just really high energy. He's calmed down here for just a few minutes for the show, but otherwise he's usually pretty active and just a bundle of energy, ready to take off at any moment. So he does need a lot of training. He's a young dog. Like I said, we estimate he's about 1 year old, so he probably still needs just some regular obedience class and probably just some puppy classes as well. Again, a lot of energy here. So if you have experience with this breed or just good knowledge of training or interested in doing that, he might be a good choice for you, but he seems to be a really nice dog. Have not noticed any negative behaviors, seem to be okay with other dogs. But as a typical border collie, again, just has a lot of energy. So if you're interested in Archie, come on down here to the shelter. We'd love to introduce you to him, and hopefully we can make a good match. Okay, thank you for watching this episode of Animals and Ames. Again, I just have to mention, give a big thanks to our donors and the people who watch this show. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to help as many animals as we do. They all really deserve our help, and we're so thankful that we're able to do that. And spend the money and get the medical care that these animals deserve. We never want to have to make a decision based on the money that we receive. We always want to make a decision based on the vet's recommendation and the quality of life. But if there's anything that we can do to help an animal, we're absolutely going to do that. So thanks again for all of you who watch the show and who donate to the Ames Animal Shelter.